Good morning. Welcome to Write With Me. I'm Danita Jones, and here we do two 25-minute sprints with a 5 to 10 minute break in between. This is your hour to get it done, your productivity hour. Some of you are writing, some of you are researching, some maybe be doing administrative work. Wherever it is your time to get it in. And happy Monday. And so I'm continuing my research on Peter Crosby and the Vicksburg Massacre. For more information about Peter, there's in the description, there's a link to a biome that I wrote for enslaved.org. So you can take a look there. And if you're looking for writing tips, there's also a link there to get your free gift. So, and you can also pick it up at, I can put in the chat here too, free gift at DanitaJones.com. All right. All right. So let's get going. Let's see, I left off with Stephen Cox. Why is this so much? That's interesting. Okay. Good morning, you all. Welcome. You all, the next testimony that I'm starting, his name is Oliver. How ironic is that? For those that don't know, Yule has a grandson named Oliver. And his birthday was yesterday. Oh, that's a short one. Welcome, Dr. Renee. Using volume to edit format, but it's a learning curve for sure. I love using volume. It is a learning curve, but it's so, oh my goodness, it's so wonderful and practical for formatting your books. All right, that's our break time. Let's see here. Again, welcome, Dr. Renee Michaels. Glad to have you here. What genre are you writing in? And you, I don't know if you heard, I had mentioned that the last testimony that I was just working on, his name was Oliver. So that was ironic since yesterday we celebrated Oliver's birthday, his 10th birthday. I'm continuing my research on Peter Crosby. I'm in the testimonies of the U.S. congressional hearing that happened after the Vicksburg massacre. And I'm about to start. Oliver's testimony was really short. So they just discussed his house was robbed during the massacre. And the usual thing of the white men that were coming, they were wanting the guns, any guns that any black person had. So that's what his testimony was about. I'm about to start Philip Johnson and see what happened for him. But my hopes again is to finish going through all of the testimonies of the congressional hearing so I can get started on the outline for book one, which I would like to start that outline in February. So if anyone have any questions about anything or want to jot down, what you're working on, what genre, please do. And if there are any questions, I'm going to continue moving forward. This again is our productivity hour. This is from 6:30 to 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. And I started the whole Write With Me to make sure I got things done because working on so many other projects, just working period, always takes me away from some of my personal projects. So I had to make sure that, last summer, I made a point of, taking time for myself. I started out at doing it as a 30-day challenge at 5 a.m., which I still miss that time. The 6:30 is fine, but I kind of liked getting up at 5, working from 5 to 6, and then being able to, if I wanted to go and take a nap right after, before I started my day, I could do so. But now I feel like starting at 6:30, I'm up and I gotta keep moving forward. I like having that little break, and it's also just much more quieter. I mean, it's not bad right now, but sometimes a lot of the traffic outside distracts me. So, what else do I want to mention before I hop back in? That's pretty much it. Oh, if you want, I have a guide in the description. Actually, I put it in the chat on storytelling tips. If you would like to grab that, it's a free guide. You can grab it at free.danitajones.com. And let's see, what else do I want to mention here before I hop back in? But basically, you know, taking this time for yourself, taking this time to get your work done or get whatever your projects done, is so important. Like this morning, Monday morning, was really hard for me to get up. I really just wanted to just stay in bed, but I've made also this YouTube channel, or at least this portion of it, to really keep myself accountable because I'm determined to get this series written. I've been doing research on it for the past couple of years here and there, and like I mentioned before, I wrote Peter Crosby's. I was asked to write his biography for enslaved.org, which is headed by enslaved.org is headed by Henry Louis Gates Jr. from Finding Your Roots and Stephen Niven, both from Harvard. Stephen had found me on Twitter back when it was Twitter, when I was talking about Peter Crosby, and he had never heard about Peter. And so that was really great. And pretty soon I'm going to be uploading an interview I did with Stephen Niven, that he did for my From Discord to Harmony series. And we discussed a lot about how the current political climate is very reflective of the time in the 1800s. And so it's a very insightful interview that I did with him. And sometime, if not this week, next week, I will have it up on YouTube. So please look forward to that and check it out. And don't forget to subscribe so you can know that when new videos pop up, and even when I'm on here for Write With Me. But It's time to get back into the next sprint, 25 minutes. So let's get to it. Hey, Sparkle, welcome back. Let's pause the writing since I've upcoming boards in March, so I'm studying. And how did your exam go the other week? I figured that, but since you're back in school, that you probably wouldn't be here much because you gotta pay attention to your studies. And so, but glad to see you here. Oh, so he's a preacher too. Okay, that's good to know. Um, did I not put his name? Good morning, Shanae. You've been working on your novella pages today. Great. Oh, great. Okay. That is our time today. How did everyone do? I actually went through, let's see, I finished up Stephen Cox's testimony. I completed Oliver Kelly's and Philip Johnson's, and I was just about to begin Alan Gravy's testimony, but I decided to go to Notebook LM, which you know is my new favorite thing to do now, and to ask it how many because in Philip Johnson's testimony he mentioned a preacher that I hadn't heard of yet, and I definitely will have preachers present through the storyline. I know I won't have all of them present, but I even have on my board like who are the preachers, and so when in Philip's testimony when he mentioned a preacher that I hadn't yet heard of, and I'm almost at page 400 of this 500-page document. I went to Notebook LM to ask who are all of the Black preachers that were mentioned in the testimony, and there's quite a bit of them. Let's see, there's um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 preachers. So, and Shanae, you say you're doing pretty good over there. That's great. How was your weekend? Um, and so yeah, so there's 9 preachers, which is great because one of the things that really ties into this story is that when Peter Crosby sent out the proclamation to encourage people to come help him get his office back. It was read at churches sometimes, or it was in the newspapers, and then at some churches the proclamations were read. And so, and of course, a lot of the white supremacists were trying to take down the black leaders, and as we know from history, many of the black leaders came from the church. And so some of the preachers were killed during this massacre. But it's good to know that I have, like, it lists people that lists some people that I had already, of course, had went over. Um, but there's a couple of more that I did not know about. So I love this. It's a wonderful, handy tool. So, but Sinead, it was lovely. Got some time to relax and also do some more work on the project. Great. Are you still running are the 90 days up for you and your sister regarding what you're doing, the 90-day project for your, um, that's all great. Notebook LM is helping you approach this. Yes, it is. And this, I know in one of your projects, I mean, this historical fiction too. You say we're all done. We're done. Yay! Congratulations! Congratulations on your first draft. Put in little celebratory things here. That's great. Awesome, awesome. Um, yeah, it is an incredible tool, especially for historical research and doing historical fiction. And I'm sure, and I've seen other writers mention that they have been using it too. You upload, like in my case, I uploaded all the testimonies into Notebook LM, and it only pulls from your sources regarding the information. It is an AI, but it goes through whatever you have uploaded, and then you can ask questions. Basically, it's just like I did, like, how can you go through and tell me how many black preachers were there? And then it also gave me a little brief summary about them and what happened to them. So yeah. So, well, that is it for me today. I will be back here tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. And just keeping it moving. Like I said, my goal is to be done with all these testimonies by the end of this month, so I can start writing the outline next month. Wow, that's great. I have to try it. Yeah, no, you definitely need to try it. It's a great. I'm really digging it. I just started using it about 3 weeks ago, I think. So it's really wonderful. And thank you, Yul. Thanks for the congratulations. So, well, have a wonderful day, everyone, and see you tomorrow. I think the congrats. Okay.